McDonald's, baby. Welcome to the show tonight. It is Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. This is the Late Night on Campus. I'm your host, Donnie, right there, my partner in crime, Jeff Nadu, the big man on campus. Jeff, gold bottles popping today. Started the week 0-4. Nice 2-0 sweep here. Just waiting on my round table McDonald's money with the Chicago Cubs team total. How you feeling over there, man?
Well, I mean, that didn't really help me any. I mean, I didn't bet you.
Why not? You're supposed to be coasting right on my tails. Come on.
Yeah. Well, hey, good job, buddy. That's a good way to come back. 2-4 on the week. You can get right back into it. You got plenty of time.
We might be able to turn the lights back on, baby.
Yeah. I heard you had to have like McDonald's for dinner. It's not working too good for you.
Oh, man. Chicken nuggets, man. I'd rather be eating fillets other than chicken nuggets and fries.
Chicken. You need a little steak, a lobster.
Yeah.
All that shit, bro. But we're in. Welcome. Late Night on Campus. It's Thursday. What is it? Wednesday, August 16th.
Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. You're right.
I don't either. I'm so showed out. I've done so many shows, Donnie, this week. I don't know what day it is anymore. What is it?
How many Sun Belt previews have you done live this week, Jeff?
4 or 5, I think. But hey, that's the life of what we do here. Welcome in to everyone out there. Hopefully you enjoy the show tonight. The Late Night on Campus is a free. Basically, you can say whatever you want, talk about whatever you want. We don't have much of a sequence here, Donnie. We just talk about whatever. We'll go through some baseball. We'll talk a little fantasy with our friend Ryan. He'll join us a little bit later. We'll talk NFL. We'll talk anything you want. John or Joe, Mark, Kevin, Lou, Kyle, Rocky Top, Matt, everyone out there, welcome in. We do appreciate it. Johnny, loved your appearance on Morency's. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Gabe and I talked a little Connor and Floyd. That was fun. And, Gabe's a good guy. Looking forward to – I know, Donnie, you've been on his show. We both been on his show. So he's a good guy. Looking forward to doing another show with him at some point. But, Donnie, where are we going tonight?
Major League Baseball taking the field today, Jeff. Started out early. And how about this? I mean, dollar – what do they say? Day late, a dollar short. Jeff, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim today getting little public support, throw a crap roster out there, and go ahead and beat the Washington Nationals like we thought they would the night before, 3-2. And started out the same way. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. 2-0 Washington. Then before you could blink, the Angels have the lead. And I'm saying, where was this last night? Come on, man.
Unfortunately, though, it was Roark today and not Gio Gonzalez. But, yeah, it seems to go like that, Donnie. Same with Florida, or not Florida, Miami. They won 8-1. Where was this last night when we needed them to win these two games? But that's baseball for you.
No, exactly baseball for you. I mean, last night, Daniel Murphy, we had bases loaded, 2 outs. Maybe it was Anderson Simmons was up. It's a rocket that Daniel Murphy saves the day, and we go down in that game. Can't seem to get a comeback. Let's flip it over again, Jeff. Another afternoon game today. How about this score, Jeff? Miami 8-1 over the San Francisco Giants. Where the hell were you guys yesterday, fellas?
That's what I said. Where was, if we could get these 2 results last night, that would have been what we were looking for. But like I said, that's baseball for you.
No, exactly. And then another game looking at, Jeff, Pittsburgh and Milwaukee, 7-6 final, closing in a -129 favorite. Jimmy Nelson gets the job. I wouldn't say Jimmy Nelson got the job done. Milwaukee gets the job done. A lot of blown leads in that game. Milwaukee ends up coming out on top, 7-6, easily covering that total also, Jeff.
Yeah, another over here. This, look, I mean, Pittsburgh kind of blew it from what I saw. They were up, I think, 4-0, I think, or 4-1. They ended up blowing the lead. These are 2 teams I don't have much of a feel on. Didn't get involved. I didn't get on any afternoon baseball today. It was all I was just doing some other things. Didn't even get on any of these. But definitely, Donnie, I got to ask you a question before we get into kind of the crux of the show. I have a parlay. Last one. Okay, just one of these fun ones I put in just for my own safety.
Jeff, you're giving out parlays. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, same to you, right? No, I put Celtic in it. I put Napoli in it. And I put the Dodgers run line in it. So I'm not hedging.
You got the first 2 legs down?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to hedge that.
No hedge. Can't hedge. Not with Rodon, right?
No. I mean, if we're looking at like a +115 that you're looking to hedge later, I get it. But you're heavy favorite in that. And you could probably even double down because the MO of the Dodgers, Jeff, is what? Get down early, beat the hell out of somebody later. And I feel bad out there. Mark Lathrop had that, I believe, +2.5 last night, looking sweet as pie all night long, Jeff. I'm watching. It's actually the 8th inning. I'm like, oh, he's going to get that fairly easily. Before I could blink, a 6-1 final. I mean, my God, the Dodgers do this every night to people.
Yeah, I had to feel bad for him. I mean, he's kind of read all the Wood stuff pretty well. But that was a rough beat. I mean, what was it? 1-1 heading into the 9th, right?
1-1. No, 1-1 heading into the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, that's brutal. That really is brutal. What do we got here on the chat?
San Diego, Jeff. San Diego, Philly, baby. Let's get to that game.
Okay, get into it. Go ahead.
San Diego, Philadelphia today. Highest juice wager of the year, -138. I had to roll with it. And the way my week has been going, Jeff, Nick Pivetta turned into Randy Johnson / Kurt Schilling / Pedro Martinez for 4 innings. But thank God the earth aligned again with the sun. And I was able to pick up a victory 3-0. Thank you, Phillies. You did exactly what I needed you to do at the plate. Completely inept. Let me win. There was even a double steal where Will Myers stole second, third, and home in the same inning. Fantastic, Jeff. Broke the streak. Broke the monotony of losing this week. Gave me my first W. Thank you, San Diego. Jeff, square as hell. Don't care. Got it done.
Yeah, I've watched this Phillies team. We've saw them live. This team is just going through the motions. I mean, they have 1 or 2 guys that are really, really trying. Maybe your Nick Williams or your Reese Hoskin, but everyone else is just going through the motions. You get your 3 hit today against Clayton Richard. Not good.
They really didn't, Jeff. They really did. They had one inning where they had first and second with 2 outs. They really didn't threaten much all day long.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. Be careful in the Europa League tomorrow. Different beast. I would agree with that, actually. There are a couple spots I'm looking at, but Europa League is a way different group than the Champions League. Andrus home run. Rangers finally take the lead. Who cares? They'll blow it. I'm on Detroit. Can't wait. Why am I
big, nice dog on that side, huh?
Yeah. Well, the line didn't move. I mean, line sits at 185 all day. Doesn't move. The whole world's on Texas. Every person I saw was on Texas, but line didn't move at all. So we'll see. I'm sitting on the Yankees. Hopefully they can get the job done here. One more. They get 3 more outs, but unfortunately, no Chapman tonight. I don't believe.
Actually, I don't know if that's unfortunate though, Jeff. Is it no Chapman?
Well, that's a good point, Don. Yeah. Tampa Bay and Toronto. This is another one, Donnie. I mean, last night I have the under 9.5. I mean, you get who do you get tonight here? Faria and you get Stroman.
You had a good pitching matchup, but from what I was reading on there, Jeff, every single inning somebody was threatening and they couldn't score tonight. But yet last night they tacked 10 on 5 innings.
And this is where baseball just makes you fucking sick. I mean, it's like. Every game last night that we had, tonight they win. We didn't go back to the well with not fucking one of them. It's amazing.
Same night before, Jeff, on what was it? Monday night, I believe, had the Athletics and the Braves, which both lost. If you flip them over to Tuesday, they both won. So it's one of those things where you just, daylight dollar short, as we like to say. Go ahead, man. Where you going to chat?
Hello, Democratic Big End. Listen, FIFA Maniac, we put our shovels in the sand. We all know where we are democratically or Republican. We don't need to continue talking about it. You don't agree with what I agree with, that's fine. We don't have to talk about it here. We're here to talk about sports. Unfortunately, though, we had some things going on in the world that were related to sports that had to do with politics. Listen, if you don't agree with me, I understand. I don't agree with you, but I understand your point of view. But there's no need to call me names like that. Let's just move on from it. You would agree with that, Donnie. Let's keep the politics out of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, we can all get fired up. And, we come to work here. It's about sports. We know it's about sports. A lot of people out there have differentiating opinions. The one thing that's fun to argue is sports. You think a pitcher's good? I think he stinks. You think a team's good? I think he stinks. The one thing that's not fun to do is go back and forth on your political beliefs. That's why we like to keep it out. It's fun. It's light. Let's enjoy it in here tonight.
Yep. We live in a country where we are able to have those beliefs. So
correct.
Let's move on here. We didn't mention the Baltimore Orioles, who, I got to talk about this. I really have to because, our boy, a base is loaded, and who do you think steps up to the plate? Mr. Crush Davis.
By the way, Jeff, did you see my tweet today that had which Davis is worse at the plate, Chris or Chris?
Oh, definitely Chris with the Orioles. Definitely. Definitely. Not even a fucking – I think he's
Both of them had you bad. The reason I put it up because I was on that Oakland A's in a different situation, but every time Chris Davis came up to the plate, he struck out for Oakland. I'm just like, man, I just can't escape these guys.
Chris Davis, I mean, you look at his last couple years. I mean, I heard he has 137 strikeouts this year. Last 2 years, over 200. I mean, just amazing. He's a guy you do not want anywhere near.
Yeah, Jeff, I mean, yeah, give your point. Like, bases loaded, 2 outs. Let's just say you don't – it's like the WWF, whatever, WWE. Coming out of the curtain, you hear the music, and you're like, oh, my God, give me somebody. And Davis comes out, you're like, God damn it. Like, I have no shot in this game.
Yeah, no, Chris Davis with a K is not. I don't mind him actually. As far as that's concerned, I don't mind Chris with a K. Chris with a C is the guy that I don't want anywhere near it. But they lose 7-6, a nice win for the Mariners. They tried to give it away in blood, but that bullpen, they have some trouble. Edwin Diaz continues to have trouble closing games out. They have a problem in that bullpen, but Ubaldo back to normal today, Donnie.
No, you're right about that. And watching that game, if you're looking at, a sharp compared to a square type play or whatever you want to have, Seattle, I believe, was a little bit of a sharper play than obviously taking Baltimore in this one. But again, if you were a Seattle backer in this one, you're watching the ninth inning, walks, hit batters. I mean, you had to be pulling your hair out and escaping with that victory. What was it, 7-4 entering the ninth inning? I mean, just nobody can escape anything in here. Same thing with the Oakland A's game. I mean, that game goes back and forth. You're up 6-4. Boom, 2-run shot, 6-6. Then you're saying if you're an Oakland backer, you want them to hold on in the ninth inning. They can't hold on. And then you flip it down to the bottom of the ninth, and there's a man on second again. I mean, can anybody just go clean in this day and age?
Yeah, it's been all year, Donnie. I mean, it's been all year with these teams trying to blow games. I mean, and if with this Yankees game, I'm sitting on the Yankees, but I'm not going to be surprised when Travis d'Arnaud comes up here in the ninth. I think he's up next, and he gets on to start the ninth. If we could just get one clean ninth inning, I'd be very happy with that. Cleveland, Minnesota was postponed, Donnie, tonight. What do we have here? Big man or Donnie's? Didi, a top 3 shortstop. I got to tell you, I think he's the best player on the Yankees. And I know people will talk about Judge, but I think all around, Didi Gregorius is fantastic. Love him. Love what he does. He's been on fire since
Sir Didi, man.
Since the All-Star break. Yeah, amazing stuff. 1-0 White Sox. Okay.
No surprise, Jeff. There you go. Now, Jeff, double down on the Dodgers right now.
That's exactly what happened last night.
I'm going to go to my local right now. I'm going to get a live line. Go ahead, Jeff. Keep going.
First batter of the game. That's exactly what happened last night. First batter of the game, Tim Beckham.
Anderson again?
It's a home run. No, I guess they switched the lineup.
No, Anderson, right?
Yeah, but they switched it up.
Is it Beckham?
Laurie Garcia hit it. Dodgers right now are -223. So they're still they're still
oh my goodness gracious.
They're still pretty high. Guys, again, this is exactly what happened last night. Zach's on you're on White Sox money line. Good. I'm going to the Dodgers, so good. You prematurely
Damn, Jeff, he's going head to head with you, bro.
Wow. I thought you couldn't hear the show. You always mention you can't hear the show. How about that, Donnie? 2 pitches in, 1 out, and a home run.
Yeah, there you go. Looks like it's going to be a complete game for Darvish, yeah?
Right. 1 hitter, 1 run, 1 hitter. David Robertson coming in for the Yankees, by the way. St. Louis is up 4-2 after getting pasted last night. Boston hoping to create a comeback here in the bottom of the ninth. Craig Kimbrell is in a nice outing tonight from Lance Lynn. Did give up some hits, but bend but don't break. How about that, Donnie? 7 hits, 3 walks, gives up 1 run. Good way to get out of it. Had some good defense, some poor runners in scoring position. Red Sox, they need to mount a comeback in the ninth. Can they do it?
We'll certainly see. Let's see. Going up 5-3, lead off 2-0 or 1-1 right here. You want to close it down with this one, Jeff? Close the door with the Yankees W for you tonight?
Yeah, I do.
Next one up too, Jeff. How about this Chicago game, man? Give me some runs up there for you, huh?
Oh yeah, no, that's
Lackey dominant tonight. I mean, come on. First of all, you could have put Lackey's lights out in the first inning. So,
and that's the thing. Like, it's 4-1 at the end of the first inning. I'm sitting on over 9.5. It's 4-1. We've seen one run since. I mean,
I need one. I need one more to get that, so I can afford to take my kid to McDonald's tomorrow. So damn it, come on.
Reds have had the bases loaded twice and have scored one run.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm just watching the show. I leave it on in the background, says Rich Banks. An ode to our friend Though Marino. That's one of his favorite.
That's
things.
A pretty good one. Yeah, that's good. He's got a good memory for a chat box coming up with that line.
Yeah, no, he remembers some shit. That's funny. Detroit and Texas, we talked about that one. Texas up 5-4, but that is only in the 6th inning. There's a lot of talk today about Cole Hamels and his 18-inning scoreless streak. Donnie, I've noticed with Cole Hamels, he goes on these runs where he won't give up runs for like 2 games, then he'll just get crushed.
And you know what the funny part about that, Jeff, is every game I'm like maybe have action on or looking at with Texas, it's like if I looked and just saw his numbers, I would think he had like a 9 ERA because everything we're involved in or what we would be looking at, like, I wonder what happens. He gets lit up like 4 runs, 5 innings, 5 runs, 5 innings. And then when you're not paying attention, like, oh, look, there he goes, 3 straight shutouts.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and it's always and you're right. He's always doing it when no one bets on him. It's pretty amazing. What do we got here, big man? I saw on Twitter you mentioned Barcelona needs to spend. Should they call up Youngerns first, or how should they replace Neymar? Yeah, Donnie, Barcelona is horrible right now. They're really poor. Can't score goals. Haven't scored goal. I don't remember last time they didn't score a goal in a game. They don't have any young players to bring up. They have to go buy. They have 11 days or so to go buy people. They need to do that. They need to go to Liverpool, get Coutinho. I wouldn't mind selling Coutinho if I'm Liverpool. I'm a fan. Sell him for a ton of money. Go out and get a better player for Liverpool. They need to make some moves. I got to tell you, though, Donnie, from a future perspective, if you have a feeling you think Barcelona is going to buy, they might be they might have really good value right now in the La Liga. La Liga hasn't even started yet, and I'm sure you're going to get a good price maybe on Barcelona at this point. I'm going to have to go look at that. They're going to go buy and get better. What else do we have going on here? Houston's up 5-1. This one started early for them. Beltran with a big home run to lead it off. They've just kind of added D-backs again with a lineup that doesn't look normal. How many different people have led off for this team?
No, you're right. And once they get it back, I know they have a couple injuries. One guy, Peralta, is out on paternity leave, getting back in there. But you're right. You get through like Goldschmidt, and what are you really like fighting for, so to speak, on that? Nobody can give you anything like 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, whatever on that team. It's awful. It's awful. And again, when they're right, their firepower is going to be there. Yeah,
it's. I just wonder at what point will they put out a real legitimate lineup. It's amazing. Donnie, big man.
Yes, Yankees get a strikeout, but it gets through the catcher's legs. Ahmed Rosario's on first base, 1 out.
Of course.
That's such a good, like, when you watch a game, like, you want that stuff to go your way. Is there anything more frustrating than, getting the strikeout in a game you need to put the close out and they get on first base?
No, and I guarantee that guy will score and it'll become interesting. Now we have a situation where a 2-run home run ties the game.
That's just a poor play by Sanchez right there. He has to just – all he has to do, Jeff, is sit down right there and he blocks it and just picks up the ball and throws it to first.
But I got to tell you, you got this kid Smith up next. Hopefully he hasn't really been that good. And I have to ask, what does this team have for pinch hitters at this point? everyone's hurt. Who do they have to pinch hit when the pitcher spot comes up here if they get to that point?
Matty, I don't know. They're leaking oil out there. Everybody's gone.
We can get out of this, and again, we're not going to call it just yet. Colorado's up 9-0 now, and we do know people that gave this out as a premium play tonight. Which
but they run lined it, right, Jeff, to get good return on their investment.
Say that again.
They run lined it though, right, to get a good return on investment. No way they money lined that. Did they?
Tweety Dimes, come on, bro, stop giving this stuff out. I've told you about this. You cannot be giving this kind of stuff out as your play of the day. They were 180 for Christ's sakes, Tweety. Come on.
It's funny you say that. I keep telling you that, but we sat at the game with Tweety Dimes, and
he don't care.
Within one pitch of the game, Jeff's leveling Tweety next to him, like, "Look, Tweety, man, you can't be giving out these high money." It's a true story. It's a true story.
And he's like, nah, bro. He's like,
I don't even give those out. I never give those out.
I wasn't even giving them out, man. It's like, yeah, you were, dude. We see
We
it
had
all
a
the
good
time.
time, man. We had a good time.
Big Man and Donnie, will you let me in on that Duke bet? No. No. Donnie's got 10-1.
10
I
to
get
1 to
9-1.
5 times. Yep. Jeff told me, if this guy, because again, you're looking at it as a nice long shot, 10 to 1 anyway. And if something goes in your favor, and it did, immediately dropped it down to 3 to 1.
So we want to let everyone know. Donnie and I both have 9-1.
That's my only one. I'm not taking any. The only future I took in baseball was staying over home runs that hit it. Only future I'm taking in college basketball is that one.
Right. Who is Tweety Dimes?
Good. I like that. Good man.
He's an epic guy that we know from South Philadelphia. He's a legend, gambling legend. Tweety's a joke. You're a joke, Zach. Don't call my friend a joke. Don't say that. People think Connor has the advantage of 8-ounce gloves. Floyd always fights with 8-ounce gloves. Doesn't matter.
Jeff, I got a question on that. Does that mean now you should just take knockout either way here in the fight? Like somebody's getting knocked out, right? Since the gloves are lighter?
I don't think.
More propensity to get knocked out, or is it with heavier gloves?
I definitely think there's more propensity to get knocked out, but I don't think. So what do we got here in these Yankee game, Don? I see outs.
You got 2 outs, man on first with Rene Rivera. I don't think it gets any better in your odds.
He hit a home run earlier, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's amazing. Fuck. Big Man, have you ever met the situation? Yeah, I have twice.
Have you really?
Yes. There's a couple I know personally. Situation, he used to come to Carm all the time. He actually used to, this is a true story. I don't know that if you ever met him, he'd tell you this, but he used to shoot up ketamine in the parking lot of the hotel across the street from Bamboo.
Oh my God.
So yes, Snooki situation, and I've actually gotten in several fights with Snooki's husband Gianni a couple times.
Really? Where are you hanging out with these guys at? What are you following them around?
We've all been going down to Carmen and Bamboo for years. I mean, they're all mainstays. Snooki's been going there for years. I mean, I remember when she was 15, 16 years old. I remember seeing her at Karma. She was a little, really skinny. Didn't really look like she did on the show. But yeah, a lot of those people were around. Sammy Sweetheart, she used to come down a lot. A lot of
Patterson. Yeah,
she went to William Patterson. She's from Hazlitt. So, yeah, a lot of them have been going down there. I got to get my body back in shape so I can start heading back down there. I miss it. I'll actually be going down to the shore next week. I'm excited. It's been a couple weeks since I've been there. Can't wait to see Big Man on MTV.
We have our own True Life episode coming out, by the way.
Yeah, I have a summer share. Donnie and I are renting a shore house in Bradley Beach, and we're going to –
Yes, there goes the Cubs. 6 runs, Jeff. You just got yourself another run.
I need more runs.
Let's go.
Oh, man. There you go. Betting on the fight seems like a sucker bet. Yeah, if you take Connor, definitely.
You know what's interesting about that, too? Like, the reason why you can't – I guess what I'm saying is you can't rationalize, like, the common man wants to put $500 down to win 100. It's got to be why the money's rolling in, because if you're just looking to have fun in the fight and you don't really have too much money to spare, are you really going to lay like $500 to win 100? I wouldn't do it.
On Floyd?
Yeah, like it's hard to
even down if you're like 400 at this point.
Yeah, I still don't see the I mean, I get if you're an investor and you have money, go ahead and get after it. Congratulations. But when you're just the average guy throwing in a couple bucks to watch the fight, you can't lay that much down, can you?
I'll do it for sure.
Okay.
I'm actually going to parlay it probably with Hawaii that day.
Same day?
Yeah, it's the same day. Big Man, have you ever made it to Manasquan? Yeah, that's actually where I believe Mike lives. Mike Sorrentino. I think he lives in Manasquan.
He's going to hit the cans and hang out with Madoff, isn't he?
Nah, I think he's just paying him fine. Tommy Cheeseball. That's a great reference, Zach.
Cheese balls.
Strike 3. That's a Yankee win. Yankees win. There we go. Yeah, Donnie, you remember I Have a Summer Share, right?
Yes. Cheese balls, man.
Dude, it's cheese balls and steak sandwiches. Nothing better. I'm
going to go down there. I'm going to meet my dream girl over the summer.
Yeah, down the Jersey Shore. There's nothing better, Donnie, than a Steaks Unlimited cheesesteak with cheese balls. There's nothing better in the world. If I had a last meal, it might be it. And I want it from
Steaks Unlimited down there.
Listen, Donnie, sometime you got to come with me. I'll take you. We'll just go there. We'll just go to Steaks Unlimited, and we'll drive back.
And we'll drive back. I like it. I like that.
We'll have a lunch meeting or something. Talk about, I'm telling you, absolutely fantastic. You would really like it. Really good food. What are we at here? Where are we at here? When are Holiday and Castro coming back? Soon, I would imagine. I have to look that up. It's a good question. I'm thinking about sending an email to SBR about having an NFL contest. People and their guests to submit of what teams will win each week. Person with the best shirt. So like a super contest. I think they're already doing that with the Jimmy the Bag thing. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Get in touch with Zach, though. I'm sure they're always
straight cash, homie.
Straight cash on me. Yep.
How many picks do you need in the beat the bag and all that stuff?
I'm not sure. I got to read the rules. It's a good question. But I need more runs in this fucking Yankee game here.
Homer did what? 5 2/3, 6 earned runs. Homer did you?
I read an interesting thing about Homer Bailey today that Brian Price said that he's like really tired or something. He's really it's like. That's exactly what you want coming into the game tonight. Like he's pitched a ton of innings and he's tired.
Jeff, better thing for SBR. They have over 70K up for grabs. I mean, better to use it for the public, or how about me and you get a couple bones off that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the better use?
Give me 10%.
More than that. Why don't we split it 35 apiece? We can make it happen.
Cynthia, why aren't you trying to lock down big men on campus? Very eligible bachelor. That's funny. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm all ears. What's up? Oh man, SBR. I don't need no. I don't want a dating show. No, I'm fine with women.
Jeff, get a dating show. Hey, just like ESPN, maybe we can auction people off on the site for charity, right?
Yeah. If you guys want to do something with charity, I'm all in. But I don't need anyone's dating. I don't need a dating show. But I guess if they asked me to do it, I would do it. Does anyone want to give me action in the NASCAR truck race tonight? Yes.
Where's it in Bangor, Maine?
Actually, you know what?
I'm going to
give you a pick for that. Go Matt Crafton, Vig. Matt Crafton.
Oh,
he always wins. He always wins truck races. Actually, ask our guest coming on, Ryan. He knows a little bit about NASCAR trucks. Yeah, I would go with Matt Crafton, actually, Vig. But obviously let me know his odds. Donnie, anything else going on in baseball?
No, nothing is going out on baseball, so we can move on.
Dodgers scoreless first inning. Rodon is dealing.
There you go. What do we got now? Live line. When can we get the Dodgers live where it makes sense, Jeff?
I think it's got to be at least another run.
It could be 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. That damn thing will be -200.
They're minus 183.
No, I don't want to take it yet.
No, I need plus money. Campus of Love. That's great.
Yes, that's a good one.
Late night moment of silence. Jared Weaver hung up his fastball. Damn.
That's true. That's what a shame. I mean, we still got Bartolo hanging on out here, so still some decent guys.
Yeah, we got – I'll tell you, I want to see back. You know who I want to see back, Donnie? Nick Turley. He pitched for Minnesota.
I'm waiting for the band. To see Minnesota. I'm waiting for the band to get back together in Minnesota. Can we have 1 year to get all those tomato cans as a 5-man rotation?
I want Adam Wilk, Nick Turley, Tyler Duffy, Trevor May. I want all of them guys back.
Yeah, and who was the used up closer? Jim Johnson wasn't up there. Who was the used up closer up there for a while?
I forget. I really don't remember. Big man, Greg Collins, Celtic, comprehensive victory. Greg Griffith's got a goal. He was great. Yeah, Celtic was fantastic today. Ryan's joining us. Our friend Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, buddy.
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me on. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Ryan,
we got to ask. We had a commenter ask us about the NASCAR truck race tonight. You'd have to agree Matt Crafton's the play. All right.
Oh yeah, Crafton's definitely the play for sure. Yeah,
he's always good at
Crafton.
He's always good in the truck series, isn't he?
And if you're betting Sunday NASCAR, I mean, if you're not betting Martin Truex Jr., you're doing yourself a disservice right now.
Right. No, I agreed. Truex is the 78 car is on fire. That Denver mattress car really doing some good things.
That's right.
Ryan,
good call.
I have to ask before we get into a little NFL. I got to ask about a comment you made on your Twitter, which again I do look into Twitter, and I have to ask because I think it's an interesting point, and I'd like to hear what Donnie thinks about it. Mm-hmm. You tweeted out on the 13th, in today's college football, the whole returning starters really doesn't mean shit to teams that are bringing in top 10 recruiting classes every year. You would agree that would only be in those. You don't think that in every team, right?
No, that's why I said your top 10, top 12 recruiting classes.
Well, because I guess
obviously teams like.
Well, no, my point would be is like if I have let's say I'm I don't know, Toledo or something. I'm obviously not getting a top 10 recruiting class, but I'm getting very good recruits. Maybe not top 10, but they're very good. If I have a ton of do you get what I mean?
No, I do, and that's why
I don't think it does.
Yeah, and that's why I put at the end of it, top 10 recruiting classes. I mean, it obviously means something for teams like Toledo, like you mentioned. I think of a team like Kansas State, who they're going to be ranked inside the top 25 this year, mainly because they're returning a lot of people back. I mean, Bill Snyder doesn't recruit that high down there, but he develops talent really well, and they have a lot of players coming back. So with that being said, I just think the whole returning starters thing is a very lazy argument. Like, it's easy to say, well, this team returns 17 starters, so they have to be good. Or this team only returns 4 starters, so they're probably going to have a down year. I think that's a really lazy argument, and I think you need to really dig a little deeper, because just because a team's not returning quote-unquote starters doesn't mean the kids that are playing didn't see meaningful minutes last year. So that's the way I look at it. I mean, teams like that recruit inside the top 10 every year, I mean, they're bringing in high talent every year. The guys that were backups years ago or last year or 2 years ago, some instances are better than the kids that they're replacing. So, yeah, I think it's a lazy argument.
Let me ask you, Ryan, on some NFL stuff. As far as a fantasy question, is Alvin Kamara on your radar?
Not really. Not at this point. I mean, the Saints are an interesting team, because the only guy really in New Orleans year in and year out that I really look for, Thomas this year, but is obviously Drew Brees. He does a great job of spreading the ball around. So I mean, as far as and I'm not really interested in running backs in New Orleans. I mean, they throw the ball 40 plus times a game. So Kamara is not really on my radar at this point, but obviously kind of have to wait and see with him.
We had some people talking about Mixon earlier. With the state of their offensive line, you would agree it's hard to get involved with them, especially with the fact that they have so many playmakers there already, right?
Right. I'll tell you what, though. Granted, it is only preseason, but still, with rookies, you want to pay attention to preseason just to see how they kind of get up to game speed. And I'll tell you what, he looked really good in the minutes that he played in the Bengals' first preseason game against Tampa Bay, and really kind of showed a nice burst, made some guys miss. I think he caught a pass or two. So he looked pretty good. You make a good point there. That's the thing you worry about, is the amount of playmakers they have there. How much is he actually going to get the ball?
Yeah, no, that's exactly my point. Donnie, we were talking today on the roundtable about the NFC North, and you made a point about the Bears defensively. You think they're pretty good, and I think they're pretty bad as far as overall. They have a tough schedule and some other things. But a lot of stuff, Ryan, has been made about Mitch Trubisky. Obviously, we can agree that, and we've talked about this time and time again, that the point in bringing in Mike Glennon was absolutely ridiculous, especially if you're going to draft Mitchell Trubisky and pay him all that money. Why do that? Do you think he should start at Chicago?
I'm a big proponent, and I have been years past. I'm glad the Eagles did it last year. I mean, if you're going to be bad, okay, is it really a big difference if you win 2 games or you win 4 games? I mean, is that really a big of a difference? Which is kind of what you're looking at with a guy like Mike Glennon. What's he going to win you 1 or 2 more games? No, you start Trubisky. You put the franchise in this kid's hands when you drafted him. Hand him the keys. Let him see what he can do. I mean, you're the Bears. You're going nowhere quickly. So see what the kid can do. Throw him in there.
Donnie and I both. Donnie, you like the trade, getting in Ronald Darby, didn't you?
Love the trade. I mean, you talk about going into a season where your cornerbacks would be absolutely run over and murdered weekly in the NFC East. You had to make the move. I like Jordan Matthews, but to me, I'm not a homer. I mean, Jordan Matthews, you can find the Jordan Matthews on every team. Force-fed last year, force-fed the last 3 years by being a slot receiver. And again, I'm never a fan of a slot receiver who's not a burner or not super quick. I thought he was misused, and you couldn't just place Matthews out on the outside and get the same amount of production. So he was expendable. He's on the last year of his deal. He's going to want a lot of money. I love it. Love the deal.
When healthy, Ryan, What are your thoughts on him in fantasy, Jordan Matthews?
You're talking about Jordan Matthews? Not too terribly high on him. For one, I'm not a big Tyrod Taylor fan, so in turn, I kind of can't be a big Jordan Matthews fan. Plus, now he's injured now. I mean, I know he's not going to miss a ton of time, but I mean, those are valuable reps that he could be getting right now to get more familiar with Tyrod Taylor, to learn the playbook, to get some high quality reps there that he's going to miss out on. So, I mean, you wonder how quickly he can kind of get his feet up there in Buffalo. So, yeah, I'm not really high on Jordan Matthews. I think Donnie hit the nail right on the head. I think we feel the exact same way about the trade and about Jordan Matthews. I feel like Jordan Matthews, I feel like he hit his ceiling already. Like, I don't see Jordan Matthews like getting any better and like taking the next step to being a quote unquote superstar. I just don't think he has that in him. Productive player, but that's about it.
Yeah, but again, I mean, who's your slot receiver at this point? You must believe a lot in Mac Hollins and Nelson Aguilar.
That's the thing. Well, that's the thing. I'll tell you what. We follow a lot of the same guys on Twitter and read a lot of the same articles out there. I mean, Mac Hollins is turning some heads. I mean, really. I mean, he's very rarely do you see anyone tweet about him dropping the ball or read any articles about him with drops. Very sure-handed. He's going to add you stuff in the special teams game. I think they're expecting him to kind of take a big step, not necessarily this year, but get some valuable minutes this year, and then next year really kind of take that next step. I think they're really high on Mac Hollins.
Donnie, what are your thoughts on and this is my point. Could Bryce Treggs be that guy?
No, Bryce Treggs can't be that guy. Bryce Treggs needs to be that, Deshaun Jackson light. His only job is to stretch the defense and pull away those safeties. The one thing I like about it is you don't have a true slot receiver at this point, Jeff. But if we remember with the Eagles, we didn't have anything on the outside. So Jordan Matthews was getting, double teamed or bracketed over the middle. Same thing Zach Ertz was. You can't do that now. Torrey Smith's going to be able to run, streak patterns or fly patterns. You're going to have Bryce Treggs going to do that. The young kid they drafted out of Shelton, out of West Virginia, can do that. You have Alshon on the other side. So just by default, I think the slot's going to be opened up because now you have to pay attention to a lot more than what you did last year.
Ryan, we had some people talking about Ryan Matthews. You would agree he had to go, right?
Yeah, Ryan Matthews had to go. Look, I'll be honest. I think Ryan Matthews, if he was smart, I really think he'd call it quits. I mean, really, with the amount of injuries he's had and kind of, look, he's put in his time and he's a running back. That's, obviously, that's a position that you don't spend a lot of time in the NFL. So if I was Ryan Matthews, I'd really think about calling it quits and just taking your money and living the good life now.
We were talking about the NFC North today on the like I said, on the round tip. And again, we're talking with Ryan, one of our regular guests here, friend of mine, friend of Donnie's, comes on, talks with the NFL, big fantasy guy. Ryan, how many leagues have you won in fantasy? A ton, right?
Yeah, I've won a handful of leagues. Yeah, obviously I've been doing it for a while. Fantasy has been around for some time now. But yeah, I've won my fair share.
What is your guys' opinion on Deshaun Jackson's overall value to a team as Philly fans? I love him with the Bucks. I think he's a great addition for them. I mean, him and Mike Evans. Ryan, I know you're a big Mike Evans guy. I said, and I'll say it again. Yeah. Mike Evans is turning into, to me, one of the better receivers in the league. I mean, there are a couple guys, but you talk about from a sheer athlete perspective, I don't know that there's many people I'd take over him. I mean, the kid is a specimen. You guys have both agreed Deshaun on the Bucks is really a home run.
Perfect match. Absolutely perfect match.
What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't think it's a perfect match, you really don't know what you're talking about. I mean, with the size and even the speed that Mike Evans has, and then you pair that with Deshaun Jackson. The thing with those two that makes it so nice is, okay, you want to try to pick one to double. Okay, well, that's going to open it up for the other guy, or it's going to open it up for O.J. Howard, or it's going to open it up for Braid, the other tight end. So, I mean, they have so many weapons there now that one signing alone, Deshaun Jackson, really kind of makes their offense go.
Why didn't Philly keep him? Because Chip Kelly thought he was a gang member. That's why. It had nothing to do with football.
They didn't get along, just to say the least, in that respect. True.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you look at, I don't know if anyone's seen. I know, Ron, you watch Hard Knocks. I mean, Deshaun Jackson's like married now with kids, and it's like
he is.
Yeah.
I remember when he was.
It's funny where the Eagles would. It's funny where the Eagles would be if Chip Kelly just never was.
No, I know.
Or never ceased to exist. They'd still have LaShawn McCoy. They probably would still have Deshaun Jackson. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, they could have won a Super Bowl by now, maybe. I remember.
Let's not go that far.
I remember when Deshaun lived in South Philly. I remember he said his house got robbed and he was on vacation, and it ended up being, I feel like, an inside job by Deshaun. A little bit of an update here. Cubs, Cincinnati, another run there. A home run from Phillip Ervin, whoever the hell that is. 6-2.
Yeah, Phillip Michael Thomas. Yeah.
So we need 2 more runs here in the 7th. We're going to get that cutoff, though, because Chicago's up, so they're not going to have to hit.
Hey, Jeff,
Texas.
Quick question for you real quick, Jeff. You see your boy Aaron Judge set a major league record just a couple minutes ago?
What, for striking out in every game this year?
It's consecutive game strikeouts. Yeah, I think it's 33 now. What's your opinion on him? I mean, ever since the All-Star break, he's what's his deal, man?
Well, look, I mean, he's coming out of it a little bit, but he can't hit that outside fastball. I mean, he's Donnie, you've seen that with him, right? I mean, he's kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
He's getting the Ryan Howard treatment, low and away.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he's gonna have to make that adjustment. We'll see how good a hitter he is. I think he can make the adjustments as opposed to a lot of people that haven't done so.
You're right though with the Ryan Howard thing. He's getting kind of, they're throwing him the same pitch and he just bites on it every time. Yeah. I hope he doesn't turn into Ryan, that whole kind of, all he does is hit a home run once in a while. I hope. I said it before. I think Didi Gregorius, I said it earlier in the show, I think Didi Gregorius is the most complete player. But yeah, look, he's going to strike out. That just is what it is with Aaron Judge. Texas is up 8-4. So Jimmy the Bag and everybody, they're all happy about that.
Very short play on Texas tonight.
Yeah. Donnie, taking shots at Jimmy the Bag. You've been doing that a lot lately.
Shoot him.
Colorado, that sharp Queedy Dimes is loving the play tonight. Up 11-0. Tweet, again, I got to ask you, I mean, what are you doing giving out 180 plays to your customers? 1-1 in Dodgerville. They've tied it up, Donnie. The money line's now minus 600 to win that game.
Yeah.
Couple more things here. And again, Ryan, let me ask you, we were talking about the NFC North. Who do you have? Who would you pick to win this division? Do you think the Packers did they make enough changes to win this division?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably still pick Green Bay to win. I mean, obviously, I think it's a 2-team race, if you want to call it a race. Obviously, you and I are a little higher on Minnesota than a couple other people this year. But yeah, I mean, because I don't believe a whole lot in obviously Chicago or Detroit for that matter. So yeah, I mean, Green Bay is gonna, as long as they have Rodgers, they're always going to be competitive and always going to be the favorite to win the division. But I really have a feeling, I don't know why, just don't sleep on Minnesota that much. I mean, they got off to a nice start last year. I mean, let's not forget they were the last unbeaten team last year. So if they can kind of figure out what went wrong there and build off of that, I think they can do something.
Ryan, that's why I love you. That's really why I love you. I mean, Donnie, did I not say that exact same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what are you guys reading notes together over there?
Well, we live together, maybe. Here's a fantasy question: who will be the best Dolphin player to draft? There you go, Ryan. Is it going to be Jay Cutler?
I mean, look. No, but I mean, I don't think Cutler's going to be like awful. I really don't. I really don't think Cutler's going to obviously he's a fun person to take shots at. I mean, he has been over the years and he will continue to be. But I mean, I think he'll have a decent year. But no, I mean, if I had to pick one player to give out, it probably would be Ajayi, just because I think he's just going to. I mean, he was going to get a lot of touches to start the year, and then with the Tannehill injury, I mean, you have to think those touches go up even more. And obviously they have a lot of pieces on the outside. They don't really have I don't think they have a true number one receiver. I really don't even think Jarvis Landry's a true number one. He's kind of reliable, but I mean, he's not that game breaker in my opinion. So I would have to say Ajayi.
Yeah, that's what I would say also. Before we let you go, Ryan, last question. We've talked at length about Ezekiel Elliott and his misgivings and what he's done and what he hasn't done, and kind of the things, with the girl. And, again, we're bringing it up. I don't know if you've seen, but the girl seems like quite the psycho. I mean, doing some of the things she did. But, again, it's her word against his. I don't think his suspension will be cut down. I don't really think there's anything to argue. Unfortunately, he made mistakes as a professional you can't make. What do you think about that?
There's your over, Jeff. You got it.
No.
There you go.
No
there you
way.
Go, brother. 6-4.
Yeah! Bang!
There you
go. Zach Cozart. How about that? I love it. I love to hit a 2-0 tonight, baby.
There you go.
Nice.
Fuck
There
you, motherfucker. Pussies. Yeah, buddy. All right, Donnie, get back. Or Ryan, get back to your point. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you were saying about Zeke. Yeah, I don't think his suspension is going to be cut down at all either. For a couple reasons. One, looking back to the Matt Bryant situation, how they kind of screwed that up. Now they really don't have any kind of leeway. I mean, they have to make an example out of Ezekiel Elliott, and I think it stays at 6 games. And then the issue that the NFL, the statement that they put out today, or saying that let's not. I forget the exact wording of it, but basically saying like, we have the defendant's back in this case. Like, I know she's been catching a lot of crap and whatnot, saying that she set Zeke up. She's crazy, like you just said, Jeff. But they basically said, look, we have her back, and people shouldn't be talking bad about her. So by them releasing that statement, I think that further just pounds home the point that he's not going to win.
Yeah, and Donnie and I talked about this. I mean, unfortunately, he's the scapegoat here. The NFL's made bad decisions in not suspending people that they should, and taking things lightly. And again, it's not just – and I got to read into it a little bit more. I guess they're only looking at this domestic violence thing here. This isn't about everything that he's done. But
correct.
We can't lie and say he's been a model citizen other than this. He's done a lot of things that you can't do as a professional. But, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think
when Urban Meyer comes out and says that he's worried about a person, you should be worried about a person, because Urban Meyer's not the most stand-up person in the world either. So when he comes out and says he's worried about you, you probably need to.
Who knows what they even covered up at Ohio State? I mean, we all know Urban Meyer down in Florida.
Exactly.
What he covered up.
Great point.
Zeke's probably popping off on the weekend. I mean, if you're a really good football player for Urban Meyer, you get away literally with murder. If you're on the outskirts, if you're a third-team guy, he'll force you to transfer. But if you're in his good graces, like Percy Harvin is one of the most nuts human beings on the planet. Read anything up on Percy Harvin when he was down at Florida. They needed him to win. They knew they needed him to win, and they just wanted to keep him on the field.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I think the Cowboys will still have comparable rushing yards. Just have a couple guys to plug in. Yeah, but they're not Ezekiel Elliott.
Comparable?
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all, loose cunt, unfortunately. I think at the end of the day, not only does it affect them through the running game, but it affects Dak Prescott, who's, again, coming into another year, his second year. And that run game is going to struggle.
Yeah, 1 to 2. I would thought 1 to 2 games, Jeff, if he got suspended, which is what we were probably all talking about. You can stem the tide. You can run those 2 guys. You can have success. But if you're looking at 5 or 6 games, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, and, we've talked about it. I mean, they're a public side. And, I have to ask, Donnie, you still are sticking to your guns that you think the Giants will be because, again, I'm just looking at it from the sole fact that the Dallas Cowboys, I think a lot of fans are going to think exactly like Lou here. Well, they still have good running backs. We're going to be fine. We're the Dallas Cowboys. We're America's team. We still got Dak. We still got Dez. And all the public's still going to bet the Cowboys, I feel like. Are you still on that thinking that, Donnie, that they're going to be – the Giants are going to be a public side?
Yeah, John, if Zeke Elliott's out for that game, which, again, I don't think he is, which I stress the point that if you like the Dallas Cowboys or if you like the Giants, whatever, that line, if you bet the Dallas Cowboys right now, you're probably going to get a decent line because everybody's under the impression that Zeke is going to be out for the first game. He's going to have the hearing, but if Zeke ends up playing in that game, you might see a little bit of pushback. See, now it's still back up to 4. I think Dallas is still the clear team in this one to win since it is game opener. It's going to be at home in Dallas. I think Dallas is going to be able to win that football game, and I just think it's a little bit short-sighted. 50-50 right now, Jeff, actually, with the ticket split, which is interesting, but I'd still would lean the Dallas Cowboys. If you know me gambling through the NFL, having success, Jeff, it's extremely rare. I'm on a road team. Extremely rare.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Did Brad Kaya find a team? Yeah, he's with the Lions. He threw a touchdown pass the other night, I believe, in the preseason.
Should have stayed in college, man. Miami would have been a top 5, top 17. That's a shame.
No, why didn't he stay? Really?
Who knows? Like, who gave him advice? He's going to come out and be dominant. Like, I've watched him so many years at Miami. He does have the flaws. Slow feet. He's a great person, great locker room, great leader. But the flaws were there. Like, who told him to come out? Hey, man, come out. You're going to be a third-round pick. Like, he barely even made it in the draft.
Yeah,
advice.
I think you guys are both right. If he comes back to Miami this year, they are a top 5 team. Where would Ryan draft Zeke Elliott in a 14-man league?
14, man.
14.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
14.
I mean, I would definitely grab him. I mean, look, and especially if
Actually,
you
I'm
build
sorry.
your team.
Ryan. 14-man league. I'm sorry, not team.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, what's the difference?
I don't know. Is there a difference? I don't play fantasy. I don't know. I don't know.
Jeff people out there. Jeff only plays in reality. I mean, let's get serious here.
No, I don't know if there's 14 teams in the league, or is there like you get 14 players. I don't know what. Again, I don't know. I'm just asking the question.
If he's talking 14-team league, then yeah. I mean, obviously, depending on how you kind of construct your team and how your roster layout is, and what you're allotted to start per week. But I mean, definitely, he's definitely someone you want to think about grabbing later on. I mean, in the drafts I've had so far. Actually, it's ironic. He was actually kept in both of my leagues, so he wasn't able to be drafted. So I wasn't able to see where he would get drafted. I actually have another draft this Sunday, so and that's not a keeper league. So it's going to be interesting to see where he gets drafted coming up here. So yeah, I mean, he's not bad to take a flyer on like mid to late rounds. I mean, really, if he's only suspended 6 games, I mean, there's still there's still 10 more games to play. So yeah, I don't think it'd be a bad pickup.
Ronnie Hillman, Alfred Morris, and McFadden can't fill Elliott's shoes? ? I think they can. Yeah, because so many teams seem to want Ronnie Hillman.
I mean, he can fill their shoes, but I mean, he's not good. Like when you played Dallas last year, most importantly, like middle to late in the season, like your number one priority was stacking the box and stopping Ezekiel Elliott, which opened up everything else. Now, starting the year, if he's gone, your number one priority is to say, okay, we're going to let you run the ball. You can try. We're going to stop it and let Dak Prescott try to sit back there and beat us. That's the difference. You have to understand about game planning, not just inserting guys left and right.
This is kind of off the radar, but Ace Farmer, the only one I'd take over Dolly Castro is Leela Starr, baddest chick walking the face of the earth, past or present. I don't know about that. Dolly Castro is pretty fucking perfect. I actually would pick her definitely over Leela Starr.
Isn't she like engaged or some shit, or she has like a boyfriend or something? Dolly
Who?
Castro.
Dolly Castro.
Well, Donnie, Ryan, I don't know that I'll ever get her, so I'm not sure I care.
Lucky fuck.
Yeah, but whoever he is, I'd love to know who it is because, good for him. Freaking Eagles fans trashing the boys. Yeah, because we hate them. That's what we do here.
Not trashing, just being realistic.
Yeah, I hear you. Ryan, great stuff as always, man. Leave us with something good. What do you got? Hey, Brian, when do the Eagles play tomorrow, right?
Yep. There you do.
I'll be there. Yes, sir.
You're going to it, right, Donnie?
Daddy-daughter night for me tomorrow at the game. Got the on-field passes before the game. Daughter loves it. Take her every year. Great night.
Yeah, I thought you were taking me, Donnie. What the hell happened?
I was. It all started with the Phillies game. You're not taking me to that one, so I was like, no. And then I'm going to take Jeff again to the Eagles game.
Dude, I would have loved to win the Eagles game over the Phillies. Come on, man. What's up with
next week's the good one too. At least we have game 3 at home is obviously the only game that's somewhat willing to watch.
Good point.
Yeah, so I'm sure my wife will enjoy breaking the game down while we're there too. Yeah, exactly.
Dolly Castro is a 5.2 max. Yeah, well, dude, you're a 2.5 max.
Jeez.
5.2. What are you, blind, Robinson? Come on, dude.
Jeff, lay off the chat.
5.2 out of what? 5?
5.2 out of 5. Yeah, good point. Ryan, leave us with something good. What do you got?
I really don't have a whole lot for you guys here. Just keep doing what you're doing over here. Always glad to come on and help you guys talk about whatever you need to talk about here. So give me a follow on Twitter. Interact with me, guys. It's always a fun time. DIA18. Wrap it up, guys, and enjoy the rest of your show. Thanks for having me on.
By the way, we can leave Ryan out with because me and Jeff are going to hammer Florida week 1.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I can't wait to bet on Florida.
Give me why though?
What do you mean why? Because the line went down and all those people are out, but yet Michigan, the line went down.
But in your words, Jeff, only one person matters though.
Yeah, but I know that's what the point.
We might have to get on live for that show. We might have to get on a little separate live.
Well, if it goes,
he is their best offensive. He's their best offensive player. They don't know who their quarterback is. They're juggling 3 quarterbacks right now. There was a report I actually read yesterday that one of their beat writers, Florida's beat writers, said there's a chance all three quarterbacks could play in that game. And if that's the case, you guys can go ahead and bet Florida because that's just the wrong side.
Ryan, but to quote you, I mean, they get a top 10 recruiting class. So it really doesn't matter who they bring back. To quote you. So again, I think we'll be just fine, won't we?
Well, good luck. Best of luck.
No, we will. Listen, Ryan, I'd love to get you on soon to talk about the week 1 of college football. You're a good college football man. I'd like to hear your opinion on Michigan and Florida. Have a good night. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Buddy. Donnie, anything else tonight?
No, not much. I mean, just looking around there. Nice night for us, Jeff. We like to bounce back nights. 2-0 for you, 2-0 for me. I even got free McDonald's off the Chicago Cubs. So I mean, what a great night. What a great night.
Yeah, I mean, you went 2-0. You hit your free play. I went 2-0, hit my free play. I gave out the Yankees on the show today. So I did a little double dip there. But again, it doesn't matter. Colorado up 14-0. How about that? I think if you would have just played the -2.5, Tweety, you would be
exactly. Minus 13.5. I mean, come on, 2 touchdowns in that game.
Right. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Hour flies when we're having fun. That's what they say, don't they? You're stay on for 10 more minutes since you're off tomorrow. All right, look, keep us busy and ask us questions then. I can't just sit here and twiddle my fucking thumbs. But I'll catch the replay with sound. I guess Quan White doesn't have sound.
Now he reads our lips. He reads our lips.
Oh, man. Have you looked at tomorrow's card?
No. Let's take a quick look. Can we go quick look tomorrow?
Want to do a little false,
outrageous?
A little false flag alert?
Yeah, false flag alert. There's 54 total plays tracked in Atlanta, Colorado.
One game I'm on tomorrow. The Philadelphia Eagles -4.5.
Love it. How about we got Edwin Jackson versus Uly's Chassin tomorrow? Woo!
I think it might maybe a good spot. I think look at that Pirate line. A lot of people jumping on the Pirates early on. Don't like Wainwright on the road.
How about this one, Jeff? Archer on the road versus your boy Rowley. 160. You get Rowley around +145 right now.
Yeah, I think he gets crushed game 2.
Jesus, look at these matchups. Lopez and Ross tomorrow. My goodness.
Yeah, what is this crap?
Max is on the oh wow. There you go, Jeff. Severino -190 versus Max. They're going to destroy.
False flag of the day is Zamarja.
What we got? Let me see. Let's see. Samardzija Nola. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, buddy.
74% lined up. Jeff, 74% of the 100 bets. Not too much tracked on that yet. Yeah.
Can't wait to bet against the Citadel in basketball. No, you don't bet against the Citadel. You bet on the over in the Citadel.
There you go. Yep. Little VMI action.
Little Duger ball there. Well, nothing better than Citadel. Who was your number 1 pick on the Jeter fantasy dating lineup I put on Twitter this morning? Donnie, who was your number 1?
I think that's a hard to go number 1 in that one. I've always been a big fan. Minka Kelly. I love Scarlett Johansson.
Let me take a look.
Even back in the day, like you're talking when Jeter dated Mariah Carey. When she was, making $100 million a year and was still fine back then. Then she went to the loony bin after he chucked her. But there's a lot of talent on that
I'm going to list my top 3. I'll go Mariah Carey number 1 just because I like Mom.
Yeah, there you go.
She's thick and she's just hot. Number 2, Scarlett for sure. Scarlett Johansson's dope, man. I mean, not really my type, but, I mean, in her prime, she was fly as all hell. Number 3, I'm definitely not going to go Minka Kelly just because I think she's kind of a bitch. I hated her in that
Vanessa Manillo was fire. I love Vanessa Manillo.
I hated her in that Entourage episode, Minka Kelly, when she got – remember Vinny Chase called her like a cunt or something, and he got in the fight with Eminem. I'm going to go with the chick from Fast and Furious, Jordana Brewster. She's kind of hot in a way.
You know which one I actually have in last place, Jeff? The girl he has a kid with and is marrying. That I have her in last place, Hannah Jeter, Hannah Davis. Yeah, last place on that list.
I don't even know who she is. Who is that?
She was a sports. She was the one that hanging out with Jeter at the Jeter night, and she was with him on his retirement night back in the day, where Jeter's so cool that he made sure that nobody they could show her, but you weren't allowed to mention that was his girlfriend or her name.
She's like one of those You ever notice there's some models that are really hot in an artsy way, but they're not really that hot? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't really. I mean, again, we're all saying I don't think she's that hot, which obviously, come on. But if you're asking me on that list, she's last place in that list for me, and he married her, and he's having a kid.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of hot women on this list. I mean,
Yes,
Adriana
there is.
Lima, but Vanessa Manillo is probably last for me. I'm not really into her.
Really? Come on, man.
Tyra Banks, Jessica Alba, Christ.
Tyra Banks, yeah.
What a fucking list. Good for him.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, that's pretty epic. Couple more things here. Does Campbell have that dope guard coming back? Yes, Chris Clemens. I hope
Campbell's
he's back.
baby.
Big Man on Campus, when will you take part in the SPR poker community and play against fellow SPR members? I'll play whenever. Sometimes I'm super busy. But when you're playing, definitely let me know. I can't really celebrate with concentrate, man, when I'm unemployed again. I'll go crazy. Buy me a nice – dude, Vig, you got to stop smoking weed, dude. What are you talking about?
Jeff, why didn't you get to meet? You're going to get to meet Vig next time we fly down
Big
this
time. He's just typing. I don't know what he's talking about. Big Man, how much do you bench? I don't know, 250 probably. I don't know. I want everyone to know this. The only other than working at the bank, I've worked at a cell phone store and I've worked for my dad. And when I was younger, Donnie, my father owned a concrete company.
Yeah. And
he would make me work in the summer with him.
You and Cosmo work together? God damn, man.
But no, we would pour concrete all day, and it was really tough work. And I remember a lot of his work had to do with foundations on houses. Yeah. So I was lifting big concrete forms, and I got pretty strong. Like when I was younger, he always definitely, made us work and do things when we were younger, do all sorts of different things outside. What's your mile time? I don't know what it is now. When I was in high school, it was like 10, I think. 10 minutes? I don't know. Wasn't that good.
I always remember getting out of college, Jeff, playing football, lifting all the time. I still go to the gym now, but I swore the very last day that I had to do a leg routine for football was the last day I would ever do it again. I have not squatted since I was 22 years old. I'm going to turn 40 next month. The hell with squats.
You guys hear about the former high school softball coach suing his coach for $150K because he was benched and called it bullying? No, I didn't. Did you guys hear about that high school softball coach that was paying people to get him dates? Did anyone ever hear about that? That was really interesting. I don't know if anyone's ever heard about that. I read this story in Deadspin about it. It was pretty interesting.
Boy, that's good.
It was about this coach, and he would –
Somebody was scheming for chicks?
Yeah, there was a coach. He was a high school softball coach. He was paying girls to go get him dates. Like, it's pretty weird. I don't know who would do that, but I don't know. I'll leave that one alone. Yankees Sox, big series this weekend. Yes, it is a big series. Seems like they play every weekend, don't they?
Yeah, it does.
2-1 White Sox. Dude, we know. Do you have to update us every time they score? Christ. Yeah, are you just trolling me now because I'm on the fucking Dodgers, dude? Quit it with the fucking Nicky.
What is the score in that game? What's the score? Oh, 2-1.
Ooh. Nicky Delmonico with the home run. How about that?
Yeah, how about those names coming out of Chicago White Sox?
Yeah, randoms. All right, guys, we're gonna have a great night. We're gonna head off. I'm gonna go watch Hard Knocks and enjoy a little day off tomorrow. I don't have any SBR videos to do, which I can't say I'm not happy. I'm happy about. I love doing videos, but
Jeff, check your Skype real quick.
All right, I'm on Skype. What do you got?
Maybe it was only sent to me. Yeah.
Oh, about that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care. What do I care? I don't know. I didn't know that.
I love it. Like inside jokes are so good. Me and Jeff have a ton of them. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, we have so many good ones. It's that's what I love about Donnie. No morning show tomorrow. No, we are not. Who do you like in that Troy game first week? Ian Cameron likes Troy against Boise. I haven't capped it yet, but I don't dislike the play. I don't. I like Troy a lot. I'm a very big Brandon Silvers guy. I think defensively they're really good, but it's tough to go out in that blue turf. Big Man, do you think Red Star can take down Krasnodar tomorrow? Red Star Belgrade, is it at home? If it's at home, yeah, I do. If it's on the road, no. Red Star Belgrade.
Jeff, by the way, I got somebody had a comment out there. Did you ever get a concussion? Let me tell you a good story, QQQ Wilson. I mean, I played football in the 90s. Now, let's get this straight, Jeff. 4 years of high school football, 4 years of college football. I knew one kid who was diagnosed with a concussion in 8 years of football. One kid. Isn't that insane? We probably had 20 a week or 20 a season or whatever it was, Jeff. One kid I knew of in 8 years that had a concussion. And I just got a thing in the mail that said if I played college football back in the 90s, there's a class action lawsuit. I was never diagnosed with a concussion. I'm probably sure I had one, but one kid, you know how they said he had a concussion, Jeff? He got knocked out cold on the field. That was it. Never heard of anybody in 8 full years that got a concussion. Amazing, isn't it?
Why are you not suing?
I don't know. I mean, I always joke with my wife, and I can't remember half the things in my mind anyway. But that's somebody brought that up yesterday. I was like, you know what? I knew one kid, and he got knocked out cold on the field, our cornerback at William Patterson, and they said he had a concussion. And Jeff, I think he played the next week anyway. It didn't even matter.
Interesting. You never got one?
I'm sure I had it. Never diagnosed. I never had the symptoms where I was, real groggy to light and all that stuff. And again, I played wide receiver, so I'm taking the brunt of some hits, but I'm not like a linebacker just pounding my head, in the 7-on-7 drills and all that stuff. So I was always on the outside. But again, just one person I know of that had a concussion. That's hilarious.
Ohio under 7.5 is a lock. I disagree.
Ooh, Jeff coming right after you on that one.
Yeah, I disagree completely. What's your basis for saying that, Lauren?
Me and Jeff will be in Athens, Ohio this year. Mark that one down.
Yeah, Zach, while you're on, I know Zach's listening. So I got to ask. I mean, Zach, what's the story? I mean, we doing that or what? Donnie, before we go tonight, let's take a look. I'm guessing you want to do that Miami of Ohio game. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, that's the big yes. It's perfect. That's the one me and you argue at. You got Ohio. I have Miami of Ohio. Why not get out there, break it down? Stay a night in some bumble hotel room in Athens and have a good time.
Do they have any grand casinos out that way?
Ooh, 6-6, Jeff, now in that Cincinnati game.
Boom, easy winner.
We got to get out. We got to get out.
Is there any Sheraton hotels out there? Let's take a look. Hotels in Athens, Ohio.
Athens, Ohio. We will be there.
Should we go to fucking bed and breakfast and shit? All right, there we go. Fairfield Inns at the Marriott. Very good. Perfect.
That won't even cost the SBR that much money to put us up down there, huh?
No, not at all. $99 a night. No,
and it's going to be midweek, even cheaper than the weekend.
Can you come to the Mac game? No, it's only Donnie and I. Oh man, Kyle Hamburg's on the Cubs tonight. Dude, you've been getting brutal beats, man. I gotta say, wow.
He's a good follow, man.
He's been getting brutal beats. All right, guys. Everyone have a great night.
It's out of here.
We appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy your Thursday. Donnie, you're not on the air, neither am I, so we're totally off.
Yes.
Donnie will be down at the Eagles game. I'll be watching the Eagles game. I don't know why I'm not even going. Why am I not even going to that? I should have just
probably pick up tickets for like $10. You can't even give those damn things away.
Yeah, I'll just go next week. Are you taking me next week? You got any tickets next week?
We'll see. I'll see if I can kick the wife out of the maybe get a haircut.
No, you don't need to do that. If not, I'll just get some. I always like to go to the third game. So, all right, guys. Everyone have a great game. We doing what? Traveling to some games? Yeah, no.
Yeah, come on, dude. We talked about it last week, Zach. He doesn't even listen to us, Jeff. He doesn't even listen to us.
He doesn't even listen. It's amazing. He's either drinking or not listening. Zach, we
want
to go to
either drinking or he's talking the sports bit. I mean, nothing about us.
Yeah, you're talking to Jimmy in the bag too much, dude. Give us some attention here. We want to go to Athens, Ohio, to watch Miami of Ohio play Ohio,
and we'll document it with Jeff. Jeff will document this trip. Me and him, we'll do it.
Yeah, I don't document much, but we will document that. Yes, we'll do a vlog on the way.
Vlog.
So
that's a good one.
Yeah, a video vlog. All right. I don't really want to get off because I'm really kind of in the zone right now. But Big Man seems like a do it next week kind of guy. No, I'm not. What are you, crazy? I want to do things now. Dude, you're totally off. Loose cunt, you have totally no way of knowing the kind of guy I am. You're totally wrong. I want to do everything now. Ask Zach about that. He'll tell you. I'm a now kind of guy. Okay, Zach, you're on the team. I guess we're not the 18.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, everyone have a great night. We'll see you Friday, 12:30 Eastern. We'll break down baseball on the right side of campus. Have a great night.
Choo-choo Dodgers.